He may be retired and carrying a few extra kilos, but Ronaldo Nazario just reminded the world why he's called the phenomenon, with a hat trick in style.
Aangekoppeld en dit jaar wordt er geld ingezameld.
In France, football royalty returned for a special charity match where Ronaldo, Zidane, and other legends thrilled fans with goals, tricks, and laughter, all while raising money for a global cause.
Het niet hebben van het tempo vanavond. Het zal wel eindigen.
This wasn't just another exhibition game. It was part of a long-standing tradition. Since 2003, the Match Against Poverty has brought together football legends for charity. Every year, the match supports a different cause, and in this edition, funds were directed towards Ebola recovery efforts in Africa. Organizers expected around 800,000 euros from the evening, with all proceeds going to United Nations development programs. For the fans in attendance, it was an evening of nostalgia and entertainment. For the players, it was a chance to contribute to something far greater than football itself. And for Ronaldo and Zidane, it was another opportunity to remind the world of their magic, even if the pace was a little slower these days.
Manchester United, er is even heen en weer gevlogen voor deze partij.
The stage was set for a clash between Team Ronaldo and Zidane and an all-star 11 filled with household names. Alongside the Brazilian icon and French maestro were stars like Clarence Seedorf, Paul Scholes, Ruud Gullit, Alex Diaz, and younger talents such as Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Between the posts, legendary keepers like Fabien Barthez and Edwin van der Sar kept things lively. Defenders included big names like Eric Abidal, while George Weah brought political prestige and football pedigree. It wasn't about tactics or pressing. This was a relaxed showcase of skill, fun, and old friendships. Smiles, laughs, and cheeky tricks were everywhere. But when the whistle blew, competitive instincts kicked in, and the crowd quickly realized they were in for a goal-filled spectacle. The match wasted no time sparking excitement. In just the 4th minute, Paul Scholes, ever the precise passer, chipped a delightful ball into the penalty area. The president timed his run perfectly, calmly slotting it past the goalkeeper to make it 1-0 for the All-Stars. The crowd roared, and the tone was set. This wasn't going to be a slow, sleepy, friendly. Goals were coming, and plenty of them.
Voorzet, lekker binnengeschoten, 1-1.
It didn't take long for Team Ronaldo and Zidane to respond. Brazilian forward Alex Diaz, showing that class never fades, picked up the ball outside the box, shifted past his marker, and unleashed a curling strike into the far corner. The finish was pure quality, bringing the score to 1-1 and drawing appreciative applause from the crowd.
Seedorf, Ronaldo schiet hem erin. Ja!
The nostalgia levels skyrocketed when Ronaldo got his first of the night. Zidane, still the magician, threaded a pass to Clarence Seedorf, who danced past a defender and squared it to the Brazilian legend. One touch to control, another to send it rolling into the net. Simple, clinical, and unmistakably R9. The stands erupted, fans grinning at the sight of a move they'd seen countless times in the past, and Ronaldo's smile said it all.
Ronaldo moest er een maken. Dat geldt natuurlijk ook voor Zidane. Hij zal later wel aan de beurt komen.
Not to be outdone, Clarence Seedorf turned the match into his highlight reel. Collecting the ball just inside the area, he spotted the keeper slightly off his line and cheekily chipped it over with perfect weight. The ball sailed in as if guided by GPS. Teammates laughed, fans applauded, and Seedorf jogged back with that trademark calm as his side took a 3-2 lead. The crowd got on its feet again when Moyo decided to take matters into his own hands. Picking up the ball deep, he weaved past 5 defenders with bursts of speed and nimble footwork. His final shot missed by inches, but the run itself drew huge cheers from the stands.
Dan maar zelf, Moyo, 3-3.
Ronaldo wasn't finished yet. After a silky passing exchange between Zidane, Seedorf, and Alex Diaz, the ball found its way to the phenomenon at the edge of the box. Despite his slower frame, Ronaldo's instincts were razor sharp. He took a quick touch and rifled it low into the bottom corner. The net rippled, the crowd roared, and suddenly it was 3-3. Age might have added a belly, but the goal-scoring gene hadn't gone anywhere.
Mannen als Aubameyang is Ronaldo een absolute held.
The night's most nostalgic moment came when the iconic duo truly clicked. Zidane ghosted past a midfielder, fed Ronaldo, then surged forward for the return pass. Ronaldo obliged with a clever flick, and Zidane's curling shot smacked the crossbar. The rebound fell kindly for Ronaldo, who made no mistake, slotting it home with a grin. It was the kind of sequence that made fans feel like they were back in the early 2000s. Pure football joy. When Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang came on, the tempo instantly shifted. His blistering pace caught defenders off guard, and he nearly found the net with a low strike that skimmed past the post. The contrast between the youthful speedster and the legendary veterans added a fresh, exciting edge to the friendly atmosphere. And now it's 4-3.
Een balletje van Seedorf buiten met voet. En daar gaat hij. Een Djorka F dus.
Then came a reminder of African greatness. Former Ballon d'Or winner and current Liberian president George Weah showed his enduring class. Picking up a loose ball, he powered forward, sidestepped a challenge, and calmly slotted it home for 5-3. The goal drew a standing ovation as fans celebrated a true football statesman's moment of magic. As the match wore on, the crowd got its fair share of entertainment beyond goals. Ruud Gullit showcased silky footwork, Eric Abidal tried a backheel flick that almost led to a goal, and Seedorf nutmegged his marker just for fun. It was part competitive, part comedy, a reminder that football is also about joy.
En Ronaldo. En zijn hat-trick. 6-3. Hat-trick voor de zwaarste man op het veld.
The biggest cheer of the night erupted when Ronaldo completed his hat trick. Seedorf, yet again the provider, carved open the defense with a perfectly timed through ball. Ronaldo's run was slow but deliberate, his finish fast and precise. A low drive past the keeper into the corner. At 6-3, he raised his arms, soaking in the applause, a broad grin across his face. The crowd chanted his name, and even opposing players clapped. It wasn't about fitness, it was about finishing. And the phenomenon still had it.
Gaat Gradel Zambrotta grijpt in, maar hier is Moyo. Moyo, Fanduno.
Not to be overshadowed, Alex Diaz struck again. With a quick exchange near the box, he wrong-footed the defender and curled the ball into the top corner. The finish oozed flair, bringing his tally to 2 and reminding everyone that Brazilian attackers, no matter their age, never lose their creative touch.
Doer zegt pak eens wat. Maar het is gelijk. 7-7.
The match descended into a flurry of attacking exchanges, each side eager to outdo the other. Moyo finally got his goal with a sharp finish inside the box, closing the gap. Moments later, a counterattack from the All-Stars saw Aubameyang finish off a slick passing move. Ronaldo's side replied almost instantly, with Seedorf adding another, before Gullit got on the score sheet with a cheeky tap-in. The scoreline swung back and forth like a pendulum, the crowd roaring with each strike. Defensive organization was a distant memory. It was all about fun and flair now. By the 80th minute, the scoreboard read an incredible 7-7, and both teams were still pushing for more. Aubameyang eventually got the goal his pace had promised all evening. Timing his run perfectly, he latched onto a through ball, burned past his marker, and calmly slotted it past the keeper. The crowd roared, delighted to see the younger star hold his own among the legends and prove he belonged on that grand stage. The closing minutes delivered comedy alongside goals, thanks to Edwin van der Sar's playful side. A couple of misjudged passes and exaggerated reactions brought waves of laughter from the stands. One wayward clearance even gifted the opposition a goal. Players were smiling, fans were chanting, and it felt less like competitive football and more like an old friends reunion where everyone's in on the joke. The scoreboard kept ticking, but the real highlight was the pure joy radiating from the pitch. When the referee blew the final whistle, the scoreboard read 8-7, and the 36,000-strong crowd had witnessed a spectacle. Ronaldo, hat-trick in hand, left the field as the undisputed star, his every touch drawing roars of approval. Zidane, ever the orchestrator, had been at the heart of nearly every flowing move. Around them, footballing royalty and rising stars had played with smiles, tricks, and open hearts. More importantly, the evening achieved its charitable goal, raising significant funds for Ebola recovery efforts in Africa. It was a night where football's power to unite, entertain, and give back was on full display. This match was far more than just football. It was a celebration of the sport's enduring spirit. Legends proved their magic never fades, fans basked in nostalgia and laughter, and a worthy cause received global support. For one night in France, football's heart shone brighter than ever.